everyone, my name is Paul and welcome to another beautiful British English bite-sized fluency class. Today I want to introduce you to a technique, a writing, speaking, communication technique called the magic of three. Sometimes known as the rule of three as well, but the magic of three is my favourite name for it. So, if you want to learn how to use the magic of three, stick around. Welcome back. Let me start by introducing you to this quote on the board. This is, this has been attributed to an American president, Benjamin Franklin, I think. Tell me and I forget. Teach me and I remember. Involve me and I learn. So what this quote is demonstrating is providing information or giving information in threes. And for some reason, three is this number that kind of sticks in our minds. Yeah. So the magic of three, okay, is basically a communication technique. It's used by writers, it's used by presenters, it's used by speakers. Anybody involved in the professional world of communication will know about the rule of three, or the magic of three. Yeah, and this is a great example of using the magic of three, giving information in threes. This quote is very, very easy to remember because it follows the rhythm or the pattern of the English language, which just happens to be three. Tell me and I forget. Teach me and I remember. Involve me and I learn. And there are many, many, many more examples of using the magic of three in literature, in movies, in speeches and presentations. So I'm going to share a few more examples with you, then I'm going to show you how you can use this technique in your English language so that you can improve what you want to say. You will sound much more fluent and people will remember more of what you say. And this is especially important for you guys out there who are taking exams. So if you're preparing for an IELTS exam, this is a great technique for you guys to learn and practice. Right now, what I just want to do is to introduce you to some more famous sayings and phrases and parts of speeches that you might all be quite familiar with already, but these are all excellent examples of people using the magic of three. Yeah, so let's take a look at some examples. So our first is a speech, or part of a speech written hundreds of years ago by a famous writer called William Shakespeare, and he wrote, "Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears." Yep. But this was written by William Shakespeare hundreds of years ago for the character of Julius Caesar in one of his plays. And this is just one of many, many examples that you can find through Shakespeare's work of using threes. Yeah. And friends, Romans, countrymen, it just sounds so much nicer, so much better, so much more poetic than just saying friends. Or just saying friends, Romans. Yep. The magic of three just makes it sort of ring in your ears. It rings poetically in your ears. And William Shakespeare was a master at creating this feeling that we have using the magic of three. Here's another one. I don't know where this saying comes from, but blood, sweat and tears. Blood, sweat and tears. This is a phrase that is used to describe how hard something is to achieve, how hard people are working. Yeah, I'm working really hard. There's lots of blood, sweat and tears. Yeah. There's a television show in the UK. There's probably versions of this everywhere, which is all about buying houses. It's called location, location, location. Location, location, location. And it's just a very poetic way of describing that this word is important for most people. The location where you live is important. So to emphasize that importance, we say location, location, location. Okay. Okay, mind, body and spirit. Again, I don't know where these phrases come from. They're just sort of combinations that have probably always existed in the English language. But mind, body and spirit. Yeah, when we're describing ourselves, we describe psychologists, doctors, people involved in the human sciences talk about your mind, your body, and your spirit, the three parts of a human being. Our final saying, which if you have ever been to America or watched any kind of American movie, you should know this one. Life, liberty and the pursuit of happiness. Life, liberty and the pursuit of happiness. If you haven't seen the movie starring Will Smith called The Pursuit of Happiness, then you should watch it. Okay, so this is really just an introduction to some more examples that you can find every day in the English language of how the magic of three is used. So let's take a look at how you guys learning English can use the magic of three in your personal lives, at work, and also if you're at university. So you can use this technique when you're speaking and also when you are writing. Yeah? So let's take a look at some examples which you guys can use straight away. So first example is, I enjoy traveling, hiking and sightseeing. So in lots of instances you have to talk about yourself. You might have to describe yourself. Yeah? So instead of just saying, well, I enjoy traveling, that's okay, I enjoy traveling. If you said, I enjoy traveling and hiking, that's a little bit better. But if you say, I enjoy traveling, hiking and sightseeing, that has the rhythm to it. It sounds much more powerful, and it's just better than just saying one or two things. It sounds better, it's just much more fluent in English. So another thing that you might want to do is talk about things that you like to eat. Okay, so I like to eat fruit, salad and fish. Fruit, salad and fish. Again, three is better than one or two. So these are talking about your personal lives. So you might want to try and talk about your job or try and describe your job. So my job requires hard work, long hours and organisational skills. Again, magic of three. Now let's just take a closer look at the vocabulary that we've used here, because I'm hoping that you are going to see a pattern emerging in the words here. So, I enjoy travelling, hiking and sightseeing. I'm hoping that you've noticed that each of these words that I've used in this sentence ends in ing. These are all gerunds. The second sentence, I like to eat fruit, salad and fish. Each of these three words is a noun. Yeah, so there is a pattern. So there's basically a word pattern happening within the magic of three as well. And this is a rule that you want to remember. You want your word forms, when you're using the magic of three, to be the same. You don't want to say, I like to travel, hiking, and to go sightseeing. It doesn't sound anywhere near as good as I enjoy travelling, hiking and sightseeing. So your word forms want to remain the same. So you can use gerunds, you can use nouns, you can use adjectives. Here, our third sentence has an interesting combination. Hard work. Hard is an adjective. Work is a noun. Okay, long, okay, again, adjective, hours, a noun. Organisational, an adjective, skills, a noun. So here we basically have a combination of an adjective plus a noun. And this is a very interesting word combination that if you're not using, you should be using already. So hard work, long hours, and organisational skills. Adjective, noun, adjective, noun, adjective, noun. This rhythm, this magical rhythm just makes it so much more fluent. Yeah? So here are just 3 simple examples of how you can use the magic of 3 to speak better, to describe things in a much more fluent way. It's a very useful technique to practice for your IELTS or TOEFL or Cambridge exams. You can use this technique to speak, and you can use this technique in your writing as well. Remember the magic of 3. It sounds better and we remember things when we are given information in 3s. Remember the rule of keeping your word forms, keep to the same word forms or combinations of words. And there you go. Go ahead and practice using the magic of 3. Let me know how you get on. I'd love to hear from you.